On behalf of Oysters Australia, I would like to sincerely thank Rachel King for her time as our Executive Officer, and as you may be aware, Rachel has resigned from that position and is now moving on to bigger and better things in the future. I would like to congratulate Rachel on her sensational effort, both with the Oyster Consortium as part of the Seafood CRC and then with Oysters Australia in our partnership agreement with the Fisheries Research and Development Corporation. I'm also very pleased to announce that we have found an excellent replacement for Rachel, a guy by the name of Wayne Hutchinson, who comes to us from the South Australian Research and Development Institute. Wayne has been working with that organisation for 21 years and he was the aquaculture program leader there and has a lot of practical experience involved with the aquaculture industry. Wayne starts with Oysters Australia on the 1st of February 2016 and he will share his role as a joint employee of the Fisheries Research and Development Corporation as a regional officer, and he will be based in an independent office in Adelaide. So he will be undertaking those two roles and we can only see nothing but benefit for the oyster industry in Australia. Whilst Wayne is based in Adelaide, he will be working very clearly for the Australian industry in his role as the Research and Development and Extension Manager for Oysters Australia. Wayne is very keen to get onto the ground in the oyster industries, particularly in New South Wales, Tasmania and South Australia, and visit grassroots growers as well as the representative bodies, so he can understand the best way not only to assist Oysters Australia in developing much needed research and development outcomes for our industry, but also how to extend that information to the growers. And we look forward to seeing the program that Wayne will put together, and we wish him well in his role for Oysters Australia. Things are looking good and I wish everyone the best for the new year.
Hi, I'm Wayne Hutchinson. I'll be taking on the role of Research, Development and Extension Manager for Oysters Australia from February 2016. In the last 21 years I've been conducting research on marine finfish aquaculture in South Australia. I'm now keen to work with the oyster industry to maximise the benefits of research to the industry. I regard the oyster industry as the best aquaculture industry in Australia. The industry is very important to regional communities across Australia, and I believe the industry has a great future due to the quality of the product, the people involved and the environmental and social benefits that the industry provides. I look forward to contributing to improving the profitability and security of the Australian oyster industry and meeting as many industry people and representatives as possible in 2016.
I'm Rachel King, the outgoing Executive Officer of Oysters Australia. Before I go, I wanted to give you a snapshot of your 2016 R&D portfolio. Your annual budget is around $400,000 each year. It consists of some existing projects which were approved before last year. The first of those is a food safety program, Safe Fish. The second is a project that investigates some final gaps in what we know about POMs. And the third is a management and communication project. Some remaining funds were allocated and approved in November last year to a list of projects. The first of those is a project that will workshop the difficulties of culturing angazis, particularly in South Australia where diversification to the industry is vital. The second project allocates quantitative genetics expertise to the Sydney Rock Oyster breeding program. The third project allocates a small amount of funds to run an Australian oyster conference alongside state conferences that will bring in interstate growers and possibly growers from New Zealand to a conference to share ideas, and that will run on a rotational basis around the states. The fourth project and the final at this stage is a project that aims to investigate the use of DNA tools to shorten the closure times that growers experience after a sewage spill. That project is approved pending the confirmation of external funds. Having come from a family farm, I know the difficulties of farming. So there are some things that I hope for you as Australian oyster farmers. Firstly, that your families are happy and healthy. The second is that just an encouragement to use whatever tools around you to outsmart the difficulties of farming. Whether that be the use of selectively bred animals or whether that be the decision to collectively market, I encourage you to be persistent to outsmart the difficulties of farming. Having worked with the oyster industry for 14 years and having loved the magic and the challenge of those years, I can now relax and hand over to Wayne Hutchinson as he takes on the role of Research, Development and Extension Manager for Oysters Australia. Over to you, Wayne. Thank you.